Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Today is kind of an exciting day because for the longest time, Drift Dad's BRZ has suffered from a rod-knocking engine, which is sitting over here. Yesterday, we took off the intake manifold to try to diagnose what exactly was wrong with it. We looked at the connecting rods to see if there's any play in any of the bearings. Couldn't really diagnose anything, but we have the FA20 off of the engine stand and onto a custom little dolly cradle setup for long-term storage because, Drift Dad, take it away. Show us what you got.
Brand new to us engine. Salvage engine, what was it, 67,000 miles?
No, 53.
53,000 miles, okay, even better. So it's fewer miles than that had on it.
Yep, and it is a 2015 engine, so that will have the updated coil packs and a fix for the rocker arm pins that are notoriously known to fail on the 2013 FA20s. Scooped it for $2,400 shipped, so a little bit more on the high side from what you are typically used to seeing for sale, but Drift Dad really wants to drive his BRZ again.
I want to drive my BRZ again. Make the BRZ great again.
Yeah, exactly.
Except with no turbo this time.
For those of you that may be new to the channel, my FRS that I've had since 2013 now has the turbo kit that my dad's BRZ came with. When my dad bought the BRZ, it came with an SBD 400X that we then took off to put onto the FRS because since this is going to be his primary drift car, even though he doesn't really drift anymore, we figured why run the risk of screwing up a perfectly good daily and instead throw the turbo and everything else on the FRS, and if he blows it up or wrecks it, then at least it's not a clean body BRZ.
Taking the turbo off did a whole lot of good, right?
Yeah, because what? It was like maybe a month after we took it off and then changed out the engine harness.
Yep.
It started rod knocking.
Yep.
So that's just how our luck played out. But luckily, we were able to find this new to us engine that we'll be then installing in his BRZ. What we're doing right now is just getting ready to pluck the engine out of the back of the truck. We are using, the alternator mounts and the AC compressor mounts, as well as one spot on the back for, the transmission mounts. I will tell you guys, if you're dealing with any type of removal or just moving around of an engine, 100% you need to invest in one of these little levelers. Picked it up off Amazon for, I think it was $50-something, but it makes your life so much easier when it comes to finagling an engine with a transmission even on it.
Okay, so, remember how we stripped these out?
Oh, the starter bolts. Did the previous owner of this engine strip them?
That one's good.
Okay, cool. Engine's in the garage now. One thing that we kind of realized is that the intake manifold has a huge crack that runs through the span of one of the runners. So we'll have to pluck the one, well, it's already off, but I have it sitting from the old engine right here. It's in perfect condition, so that will be one thing we'll need to swap over. And then just by the looks of it, if this is gonna be something that Drift Dad's gonna daily, we want it to have zero issues. And it looks like the timing chain cover has a leak.
Or, I can use Speedy Fix.
For what?
To glue that. I can just glue that with Speedy Fix.
The intake manifold. No, we're not gonna use that garbage. You're just asking for engine issues.
It's just plastic. It's just plastic.
So what we'll actually be doing, not using no stupid Speedy Fix on the manifold, we will pluck the timing chain cover off and reseal it. We've done the same job on the old engine and it looks like it held up pretty good. No leaks for the month of driving it.
No, we did that early on.
Oh yeah, we did. So it's probably had a couple thousand miles on it.
Oh, at least.
So rest assured that we know what we are doing when it comes to doing timing chain covers, even though they're stupidly annoying.
But this is going to be 10 times easier than when it was in the car.
Yeah.
Because trying to get it in just perfect and keep it lined up, that was a pain.
Lord, I'm on some famous shit, but I'm the famous chick. Lost my motivation, but you got it. Yo, please don't speak that shit.
Uh-oh. Oh no, the engine broke.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Well, looks like we just made a $2,400 mistake.
I can't say that.
It essentially is, because we cracked the head. Drift Dad was trying to find a point to pry on to get the timing chain cover off, and this little section here was perfect for a hammer to pry up against the cover and then against part of the head. And sure enough, look what happened. It cracked. So, at the end of the day, we have that other engine where we might be able to steal the head off of.
So, this makes the engine no good.
It makes the head no good.
Okay.
Now we're gonna have to take the timing chain off. No, don't even get your little plastic weld stuff. This isn't a funny situation.
Yeah. It'll work. It'll work.
People are already gonna be roasting us about being garbage mechanics.
Speedy fix.
We are garbage mechanics. No speedy fix. You're trying to alleviate a serious situation here. I'm a garbage mechanic.
Metal surfaces.
You're a garbage mechanic. Let's just end it. Let's end it all. Let's get rid of everything. We just create more situations and problems than we fix.
But how much do we learn? We just learned a valuable lesson, right?
Yeah.
When you're prying something off, don't pry it from there. Right there. Don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Yeah, duh. So you got to go through this, right? We don't have any formal mechanic training.
Okay, so
you have to go through these hard lessons in life.
So we almost destroyed the LS3 block with the starter bolt. We stripped that out, and we ruined a head. What's next?
Who knows? We always figure it out, though. We always figure it out. It's an adventure. This is an adventure right there.
Yeah.
That's an adventure.
I suppose. You think it's an adventure. I think it's a headache.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's lots of things wrong with that.
It's just mistakes. Mistakes.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. If I was the one prying it off at that point, you would have gotten mad at me.
No, I wouldn't have. Because we learned something.
Oh, well, I guess I can appreciate how you always look on the sunny side of life.
It is what it is.
The grass is greener on the other side, and I wish we were on that other side right now. Well, I figured out why the cover didn't want to come off, because
say that.
I forgot that there was one little bolt on this side, and because that was still in, prying against it just broke it. So pretty disappointed in myself that I would miss that and cause this whole ordeal. I guess what can you do? I'll make it right by Drift Dad, because it technically was my fault.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I should have gone behind you and made sure you got all the bolts.
You shouldn't have to.
I should have, but I should have. It's called the buddy check system.
I guess for now, we'll just leave it at that. I got other stuff that needs to be done. I guess we have to figure out what we're going to do as far as a game plan. Do we take the head off? Do we get a separate head and throw it on? Do we just disassemble everything? But see, then we're back at the point of why did we get this engine if we just could have done the same thing on there and replaced what we needed? So, oh well.
It is what it is.
I suppose.
We can't change it. We can't go back in time and say, oops, we can fix it. It is what it is. Don't worry about it.
Okay, it is the following week. I was able to source another head. I think actually from one of your guys' older brothers. I think one of you had commented in the last video that I had just purchased a head from his older brother. Here it is. The packaging isn't all that great. We're gonna have to do what we can to clean out all the styrofoam from the whole head there. Drift Dad, again, I'm sorry for my stupid mistake. But, you know, remember that one time you almost stripped out the starter bolt holes in the LS3?
You did.
I didn't do that.
You did.
No, that was you. Both of us fixed it.
I fixed it.
This is my revenge.
It's done one of the stupid mistakes that we learned from.
I'll let you do the honors, taking your brand new head out of the box.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't all that heavy, was it?
No.
So I think we might get off without having to replace the whole, what would that be, driver's side head? No, passenger side. Because I was looking at a diagram online, and it does seem that the point at which I had cracked the head is part of the cam carrier. And the cam carrier is held on by a couple of bolts on each side and essentially houses the camshafts. Now, the problem with this is that from what I know from my limited amount of knowledge is that those cams are specific in their, I guess, cam journals. Don't quote me on this, I don't know, but I think that cams are specific to the journals that they sit in the cam carrier. The matching, I believe, would be done in the factory, and I don't know what they would do to fix or get the right clearances. So to play it safe, we're gonna just swap out the cam carrier and the cams themselves.
How many miles did this one have on it?
I think like 7,000, and then he blew up the engine.
7,000.
7,000 miles.
Sucked to be him.
It would suck to be us too.
If we put it in and it blew up.
Oh
yeah.
man, don't say that. Yeah, here you go. You can kind of see a little bit better of a look here for the cam carrier, which we'll be taking apart, but it runs across this length, butts up against, I would assume, the actual head, and is held in by sealant all the way across. That's essentially the piece that we need. But there you have it. There is light at the end of the tunnel here, assuming that we don't screw anything up anymore. But knowing us, we might just run into more snags and issues that hopefully I won't cause, but ones that Drift Dad had created.
I'll qualify that a bit. When you say light at the end of the tunnel, I mean, you know, the tunnel's really big, and this is light. You can just barely see it down there. Barely see it.
That may be the truth in this case. But either way, if there are any Subaru techs out there that are subscribers, we would love to have your input with our game plan to swap over the cam carrier and then these cams.
Maybe you could even come do it for us.
Maybe. But I think this is a solid approach, and I'm really hoping that we're not going to have to do any re-shimming of the valves this way, which I don't think we'll have to. So with that said, that's gonna be it from Drift Dad and I. We have our work cut out for us, which you guys will see in the coming videos, so make sure to subscribe for that. Thank you guys for watching, and Drift Dad and I, we'll see you next time. Peace.